Hey there! So for today's video, it's going to be more of a casual conversation. I just want to share with you guys three life-changing resolutions I decided to make for 2022. I normally don't make New Year's resolutions, but this year I just felt like I needed to, just to overcome some mindset things and some obstacles that I've been dealing with, and just to really seek greater things. So I hope that this can inspire you guys, and I'd love to hear some of your resolutions as well. But anyways, let me just get started. So my first resolution I decided to make was to just keep showing up. So I decided to launch this channel. Honestly, it was a big step for me because I'm more of a private person. I don't usually share, the behind the scenes, just everything about my life. And so doing something like this it's kind of uncomfortable, and I'm trying to, get used to it as I go. But I realize that God has a purpose for me to inspire other women and just make a difference. And so I decided this year I'm going to really do this. I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm going to keep putting content out to share with you all. So it's not an easy thing. I have a lot going on in life, and it takes time and energy and effort to do this, but I purpose that I'm just going to keep showing up. So that's number one. Number two is not caring so much about what people think to the point where it keeps me from doing what God would have me to do. So this one is a big one. Doing things like this, putting myself out there, jumping out of my comfort zone, and, literally just like putting myself in a vulnerable situation. It can cause me to, get nervous or anxious about what are other people going to think about this? I'm just being real. That is something that I struggle with. However, God has been working on my heart and just telling me that stop focusing on what other people think and be more concerned about what I think. And I'm just like, okay, God, you're right. So I am purposing in my heart to just not care as much. Obviously, I'm human. I do struggle with that, and I always will. But I am not going to let myself be more concerned about what other people think about what I'm doing to where it overrides what God thinks. Because as long as I'm doing what God would have me to do, whether or not they approve of it or not, it doesn't matter. Because in the grand scheme of things, as long as I'm following God's purpose for my life, then I'm good. So yeah, that's a huge thing for me, and it's something I have to constantly work towards and just be mindful of when I start to go that direction where I'm like, oh, I don't know, should I put this out? Should I do this? I don't know what these people are going to think or what they're going to say. I have to just train my brain to say, who cares? Put it out. God told you to do it, and be okay with that, because there's always going to be people out there who are going to not approve or not like what you're doing or have an issue or be offended or whatever. People are always going to have their problems or have their opinions, but I cannot let that take charge over what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, that's just what I've resolved to really work on this year. And my final thing is to continue to step out of my comfort zone and just do it afraid. So all of these resolutions kind of go together, but this one specifically has been a big step for me because there's been content I recently put out. I put out this video about my hair nightmare story of what I went through with my natural hair journey. If you haven't checked that out, I'll put it at the end of this video. That was a huge step for me. I have gone through a lot of hard struggles with my hair, and I had not shared that stuff with only just a handful of people knew. But the Lord had been working on my heart and saying, you need to share this story with other people. There are other people out there who are struggling with similar issues or, issues with their hair. And if you share your story, maybe it will help them and inspire them. So that's just one example, but there are a lot of other things in my life where, I'm afraid, to do things when it comes to music, stepping out there with music. That's another thing, which I will do more videos about that in the future. But there's a lot of things that, I just feel really nervous about, uncomfortable about. And I just decided, whatever I'm feeling, that's whatever. I'm just going to do it anyways. I'm going to do it afraid. And so I'm going to do it. Because the more I do it, even if I'm afraid of how the turnout will be, the easier it will become. And as I'm putting more and more stuff out there and seeing how it can motivate people, inspire people, change lives, then it's not such a big deal that I was afraid, because at least I did it and I saw that it made an impact. So that's what I'm doing, is just stepping out of my comfort zone more and more. You'll see that as my channel progresses, that I'm going to be opening up more and more, sharing my life with you all, because I really and truly have a desire to help you guys, make an impact, inspire you all. And the only way I can truly do that is by being vulnerable and sharing things that I might feel uncomfortable about, but at least I can help inspire someone along the way. So anyhow, those are my 3 resolutions that I have decided to make for 2022. I would love to hear your resolutions as well. That's another thing. So please don't hesitate to comment below. I love reading comments. That has been so encouraging, just getting all the different comments from you all. It's a small community right now, but I'm like, yay, it's good because it's engagement. And my desire is to really build the engagement of this channel. I want a community of women where we come together, we're encouraging each other in the comments, where you guys are not just talking with me, but you're talking with each other, and you're encouraging each other, giving each other help, advice, inspiration, all that stuff. So please don't hesitate to comment. Please don't hesitate to, just give feedback and things like that. But I want it to be a great community of women where we can just all get help and we can all thrive together. So anyhow, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And that way you will always be notified as my new videos come out. And please share this channel, these videos, with anybody in your life that you think would be interested. And until then, I look forward to seeing you guys soon.